What's up, guys? I'm chilling in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now. The beach is right out there in my view. Maybe I'll take you guys out there in a minute, but for right now, I need to cover today's WWDC keynote that Apple had, where they announced some awesome new stuff. So let's jump right into it. All right, so I got my iPad here. I'm going to be reading from my notes, so ignore if I look down. But yeah, let's get started. So they announced a new MacBook Air and MacBook Pro updates today. Both of them have Ivy Bridge processors. I will start out with the MacBook Air. It's got 2 gigahertz of dual-core i7 now, 8 gigabytes, 1600 megahertz memory, 60% faster graphics on both the Air and Pro updates. The MacBook Air has 512 gigabytes of flash storage, which is crazy. USB 3.0, both the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro models have that now. It's got the 720p HD FaceTime camera on the MacBook Air. We do have the same resolution, so that kind of stinks. We didn't get the Retina display with it, but still, it's a nice screen anyways. We got a price drop, though, of $100. So now the MacBook Air starts at $999 and goes up to $1,100. Then it also starts shipping today, so that's pretty sweet. The MacBook Pro, again, Ivy Bridge processors on both. It goes up to 2.7 gigahertz now, quad-core i7. It's got Turbo Boost, which actually sends it up to 3.7 gigahertz, which is absolutely insane. 8 gigabytes of 1600 megahertz memory, also 60% faster graphics. That's a big plus right there, 60% faster graphics. The 15-inch has Kepler GeForce GT 600M that goes up to 1 gigabyte of memory, which is also 60% faster than the current model 15-inch MacBook Pro that we have now. The 13-inch starts at $1,100 or $1,200 and goes up to $1,500, and then the 15-inch starts at $1,800 and goes up to $2,200, and it also ships today. Ignore the people in the background. I'm in a public hotel room. And it has 7 hours of battery life. I'm sorry for all the noise too. And it also starts shipping today. Now they also announced a new MacBook Pro. This is pretty sweet. It does have the Retina display. Didn't get the ones on the current models we have now, but we do have a new MacBook with Retina display. And it's also thinner, as we heard in the rumors. It's 15.4 inches, but the thickness of it is 0.7 of an inch. So that's 1/4 thinner than the MacBook Air, or the MacBook Pro we have now. Or it's 1/4 as thin as the MacBook Air we have now. Anyways, it's a lot thinner than the MacBook Pro. It only weighs 4.46 pounds, so that's pretty awesome to have a MacBook Pro that's that thin, that's lightweight. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, it does have the Retina display, so it has 4 times the pixels of the generation of MacBook we have now, which is 5,184,000 pixels. That's 220 pixels per inch. So this screen is going to look amazing. I really want to get this so bad. So like reading and graphics and Photoshop and stuff like that, it's going to look amazing on it. Let's see, I'm scrolling down my notes here. It comes in at 2.7 gigahertz, quad-core i7. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, which is awesome. Kepler GT 650M graphics again. It has 768 gigabytes of internal flash storage. It's going to be pretty much like the MacBook Air, where it's instant on, and it's got a super big hard drive with that. 7 hours of battery life and 30 days of standby time. On the right, you got SD, HDMI, and USB 3.0 ports. And on the right, you've got, or on the left, you've got MagSafe 2, Thunderbolt, USB 3, and a headphone jack. It's got a glass trackpad, backlit keyboard, Bluetooth 4.0, FaceTime HD camera, dual microphones for better audio. It's got stereo speakers, so it even sounds better. Let's see what else. Like I said before, it's got the new look. It's thinner, lightweight, so that's pretty awesome. It starts shipping today. The starting price of this is $2,200, so it's pretty expensive, and that's for a 2.3 gigahertz model with quad-core chip, 8 gigs of RAM, and 250 gigs of flash storage. So it ships today. I really, really want this thing. I really do, but that's really expensive, $2,200. But I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the best-selling Mac with the Retina display and everything like that. That's a 15-inch screen. That's pretty awesome. All right, so now let's get on with some more awesome stuff. We'll start out with Mountain Lion. I'm not going to cover Mountain Lion much because there's not really too much new that they are announced today, because they've already talked about it. One of the new things they did announce is Power Nap, which is pretty cool. The Mac will update itself when it's charging or when it's in sleep mode, because it's got connection to the iCloud, so everything will back up and sync for you when you're not using your Mac. So that's pretty awesome. It does it just like your iPhone. AirPlay mirroring, it's got 1080p AirPlay mirroring to the Apple TV, so that's pretty awesome. Game Center's coming to Mac. They've got new features for China, which has new input methods, new dictionaries, 8 new fonts, support for Baidu and other Chinese social networks like Youku and Tudo, if I'm saying that right. Mountain Lion is coming next month, so that's this July. And it starts it costs $19.99, so that's $20, and you'll get it, once you purchase it, you get it on all of your Macs for one purchase. So that's pretty awesome. Next month, so at least we have some kind of better time frame of exactly when it's going to come out. And developers will get a near final build today, so you'll pretty much get the final version today. All right, now let's talk about iOS 6. This is what I'm excited for, but I don't know, maybe once I try it out and see all the features in it, it won't be such a letdown, but for what I was expecting for this update, I thought it was going to be huge. Anyways, there's over 200 features in iOS 6, so there's a lot that they didn't announce. But some of the bigger ones, Siri is getting a huge update. Like for sports and stuff like that, they've got all kinds of new stuff that they're announcing. There's a bunch of people in, but I'm going to go on with this, even though it's really awkward. Siri's getting all kinds of awesome stuff. You can ask it, like, who's taller, LeBron or Kobe? And it'll tell you who's taller. It'll give you stats on what the current games are, what the scores are. You can see when a new game is coming up. Siri's just getting so much smarter. You can ask it what movies are playing at this theater, and it'll give you a list of the movies. You can tap on them, you can see trailers and ratings from Rotten Tomato, all kinds of awesome stuff like that. Siri is coming to the iPad in iOS 6. That's really awesome. It's not gonna come to the older models as you guys probably expected, so don't get your hopes up for that. It's only going to be for the new iPad as well as the iPhone we have now, and probably the new iPhone, obviously. So yeah, Siri's going to be pretty awesome. They're also announcing a new feature called Eyes Free, which cars with BMW, or these car models, BMW, GM, Mercedes, Land Rover, Jaguar, Audi, Toyota, Chrysler, and Honda are all going to get a little button on their steering wheel, so you can actually activate Siri from the button on your steering wheel. So that's pretty awesome. It's called Eyes Free, so you can keep your hands on the wheel and eyes on the road. Facebook integration is coming to iOS 6, so that's pretty awesome. You can pretty much have Facebook everywhere, just like you have Twitter. They're even adding Facebook integration to the App Store as well as iTunes, so you can like songs and apps and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Just a way to keep us on Facebook even more, as if we weren't on it enough already. The phone app is actually getting some pretty cool updates, especially for business people. You can now reply with a message. Like when somebody calls you and you're on a call, you can set it to remind you if you're in the middle of a call and somebody calls in, like you're on a conference call or something like that, somebody calls in, you can automatically set a reminder. You can set it to do not disturb, so you can't get any calls in while you're doing something. Like if you're on a call, you don't want people to call in, you can filter your calls, or if somebody calls in multiple times, like you can set it to where if they call in once, it's not going to go through, but if they call in multiple times, it will go through, because it's obviously really important. So there's some pretty cool updates to the phone app. FaceTime, you can now do it over 3G, which they should have had that a long time ago. I'm sure the networks are going to be really happy about that. And then a cool thing they announced with this, with Mountain Lion and iOS 6, is you're going to be able to use messages and your phone on everything. Even though your iPad's not a phone, I'll be able to talk to people through my phone. Like if somebody calls my phone, I can answer it on my iPad or my Mac, as well as messages. Somebody texts my phone, I can reply back from my Mac or my iPad. So that's really awesome. It just increases productivity so much. Safari's got some new updates. So with your browsing on your iPhone or your iPad, you can pick it up where you left off on your Mac. Or if I'm browsing on my iPad, I can pick it up on my iPhone or my Mac. So you get all of your tabs synced through the iCloud, which is pretty freaking awesome. I don't like using Safari on my Mac, but it will be nice to have it synced across my iPhone and iPad. They have an offline reading list now, so you can browse through all of your stuff and save a version of it in Safari. It's really loud. You can save a version of it in Safari, so you can go and read it if you're not connected to the internet. Photo stream, you can now share it, so if you wanted to do that, you can share your photo stream and they can pull it up on their Apple TV or whatever. You just select the people you want to share it with, so that's pretty cool. Now there's also this new thing called VIPs, which so you can set so people will actually, if they send you an email, it'll go to a certain mailbox, so you can see the important people that you want to see it from. Stars appear in the apps, which I don't know what they were talking about there when they said that. But messages that they send are highlighted on your home screen over everybody else. So that's pretty cool. You can set VIP for certain people, like if there's your boss or something like that, or family or anything like that. Then they also announced this new app, Passbook, which I'm excited for this. It's pretty much a thing where you can put all of your gift cards and stuff like fan name tickets and stuff like that on your phone. So you don't have to carry them all around with you. You can just hold up your phone and it scans it via the barcodes and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty freaking awesome that they're going to announce, or that they announced that app. The biggest and best thing they announced in iOS 6 is the new maps. These have been rebuilt from the ground up, and supposedly they look beautiful and amazing compared to the old maps. Now, Google announced pretty much the exact same thing they did like a week ago. I'm pretty sure they did away with Google Maps. That was all the rumors, but they didn't come straight out and say it. But yeah, these look pretty nice. Now it has turn-by-turn directions. Good job, Apple. Way to update and be like every other phone on the market. It's about time. But anyways, I'm not going to complain. I'm glad they have it now. And it's all in 3D. You can do like 3D flyovers of cities and see them all in 3D. So that's pretty nice. Again, exactly what Google announced. But they also have this new traffic thing where it's called, or their new traffic service. Where if you have an iOS device, you're stuck in traffic, you're in construction or road work or anything like that, you have a slowdown, it'll actually send it out to a server and tell all the other iOS devices so they have up-to-date, real-time traffic information. So it'll actually give you the best route. So if you're driving on a route and you're going to hit traffic, it'll give you a better route to go and give you a better estimated time of arrival and just give you the best route. And the estimated, or the ETA's estimated time of arrival updates as you go. So that's pretty nice. That they have a new traffic feature. So it's kind of like a collaborative traffic result. So it just makes it a lot better. They have 100 million business listings now, all with Yelp integration. So if you're searching something, you tap on it, you can get more information about it. So yeah, that's the new maps. There's a lot more stuff they've added. And I'm really excited for that because the maps on iOS are crappy. I'll admit it. But yeah, it looks like they're going to be pretty sweet on iOS 6. So iOS 6 is going to be available this fall. But actually today they have a developer preview, a beta, out. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to be getting that. Now iOS 6 is going to be available for the 3GS and up. So that's the 3GS, iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. The second gen iPad and up, so that means they're cutting out the first gen iPad. That's bad, Apple. We shouldn't have done that. The first gen iPad is not old enough to be cut out yet because the 3GS is getting. I'm pretty sure the 3GS is older than the iPad first gen. And then also the iPod Touch 4G is going to get iOS 6. So again, it's available this fall, but the beta is available today. So make sure to stay tuned for a video, and I'll do my full rundown of all the new features in iOS 6. So I'm excited to play around with that. But for everybody, you can expect it again this fall. So there is the recap. Let's actually go out here and show you the beach. Come on. It might be windy, so ignore that. But we'll go out here. Oh my God. Yeah, it's windy. All right. So here it is, Myrtle Beach. This is where I'm chilling at right now. Or after I get done with this video uploading it, I'm going to be chilling out here in the little lazy river. Out there's the beach. If you can tap to focus, I got my cameraman Wilson videoing for me. There is the beach out there. So I'm going to be chilling out there in the sand, maybe make some sand castles and stuff like that, and just relax in the lazy river because I'm on vacation. But I'm still working for you guys, still to give you the latest news in the Apple world. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button down below, and I will see you guys in the next one with more coverage of everything they announce, reviews and recaps and all that awesome stuff. Alright, peace!